Hey, what's up, everybody? Yeah, so I wanted to go over. I was watching uh, Red Pill in the Wind, and he was talking about how the news is controlled, and I'm like, yeah, it's completely controlled at this point. Then I was watching Satan Center. He's a con man. I know that he makes some good points. That's why he has followers. But at the end of the day, it's like it's bullshit. He says the right things just to get followers.
See, it started out slow, like a frog being put in boiling water. Then it slowly increased the temperature to steaming to what's nice, comfortable. By the time we realize anything was wrong, it would already be too late. A little bit about me, why it doesn't matter to me, because hello YouTube, hello. A little bit about me, why it doesn't matter to me, because I am a service member who is. I drank the waters of Camp Lejeune. I've been on multiple active aviation bases, worked on an aircraft engine around airframes. I've had JP5 on my skin. I've had hydraulic fluid on my skin. I've been around a nitrogen cart. I've been around a running auxiliary power unit and a running jet, multiple running jet engines screaming at medium throttle just enough to take off. I've been around jets that have been taking off full afterburner. I have dealt with chemicals that are literally toxic to the human body when involved in skin and respiratory things.
Me too. So I was Seaburn for 4 years in the military, chemical defense. So exposed to nerve agents, all that bullshit.
On top of that, upon my deployment with the National Guard, when I joined the National Guard, I went on a deployment. There was radiation in the water, radiation and biohazards in the.
Yeah, that's how they do you. I see what I'm saying.
Well, as a warning, if you're going to step into the digital arena, don't just chase clout. Build structure, build sustainability, build something that can survive even when the algorithm turns against you. And more than that, invest in your own. Stop pouring your resources into communities that will never support you back. Build with the people who actually stand with you. Because let's be honest, Burton is not the first, he won't be the last. YouTube can silence anyone at any time with no due process. That's the reality of 2025. Entire careers vanish overnight because one corporate policy decides your voice is harmful. Well, look at the contradiction. This man who once called himself a saint, who called others sinners, is now begging for money from the people he claimed to lead. This man who said he had millions couldn't even keep a small editing team employed for 1 week after demonetization. That's not leadership. That's not revolution. That's dependency.
I bring to you a message that only I can bring to you for the most part. Listen, man, India killed accounting. You don't even need AI to kill accounting. India, the country, yeah, they killed accounting.
So you just heard Marquette Burton claim that accounting is dead, not because of AI, not because of automation, not because of regulation, but because of India. Now, I want you to pause for a second and think about what that means. Keep in mind that accounting has existed for thousands of years. Empires rose and fell, currencies changed, governments collapsed, but somehow accounting survived all of that until India showed up. That's the claim. This is a man that claims that stealing toilet paper from a hotel is thrifty. This is a man who flew across the globe to give Andrew Tate a box of chocolates. This is a man who is now claiming he is selling a course on how to make money with AI, all the while claiming accounting is dead. Here's a little fact check. The accounting job market is not actually shrinking. It's actually growing, especially over the next decade, with hundreds of thousands of accountants currently employed and tens and thousands of new job openings every year due to retirement, compliance needs, and business growth. And here's the funny part. India's accounting job market is actually growing. India isn't killing accounting. India is expanding its accounting sector because global demand for accounting, auditing, tax, and compliance services is actually increasing. All of this nonsensical rhetoric, all because he wants to sell a course on how to make money on AI. And he's selling it for $919. Now I'm wondering who's going to be the fool to shell over $919 for a course they can get on Udemy for $12. For a course they can probably even get on YouTube for free. Accounting didn't die, it scaled.
More money for me. Listen, here's the funny thing. If you know anything about me, I despise technology. I despise people being overly connected to technology. And most importantly, I really want you guys to understand this piece. You cannot properly utilize AI for development or coding, if you like, if you have no software background at all, even though it says no coding and no experience needed. So this person says, I don't have any natural inclination in math. You won't need any significant mathematical ability for the course that I'm going to teach. He writes, no experience in coding. You won't need any experience in coding. I'm going to teach you the basics of what you will need.
Marquette Devon Burton claims that he despises technology, but he's selling a course on how to make money with AI. In the beginning of his stream, he claimed that you actually need coding experience. You need some software engineering background to fully utilize AI. But when someone sent him a super chat saying that they have no experience and can they take the course, now he claims that you don't need any coding experience. Matter of fact, you don't even need to know math. Who's actually watching this guy and deciding to pay money? How can someone listen to this guy from beginning to end, listen to all the contradictions, but still decide to patronize him?
And you have an opportunity right now to be rich or to be poor. There's going to be nearly nothing in between, I promise you.
So now he claims you'll either be poor or rich. There'll be no in between. This is one of the oldest motivational fallacies in the book. This is what we call a false dichotomy. He removes nuance, he removes data, he removes reality altogether. Because in the real world, there are income tiers, there are stability zones, there are middle class careers, there are trade offs. Ironically, this is something you'd expect a social studies teacher to understand. Economics does not operate like a movie script. People don't teleport from broke to billionaire overnight.
Wait, I want to help you understand. My unique advantage over any person I have a debate with or go on a panel with is I have very high IQ. And then there are deployment issues. And that's why you need someone like me, someone who has some background in tech and in deployment and in all the integrations and API and all this other stuff.
So now we're being told that he has a high IQ. His advantage is deployment. He understands API and systems and stuff like that. But remember, you don't need math. You don't
He's
need
doing the
coding.
same con game as Andrew Tate. Build a clout, build a following of dumbass sheep that will follow you off a cliff like a lemming and go from there. If dumbass Bill can build a following of only 1,000, he's not even articulate. He's illiterate. Then a guy who's college educated, who's articulate, relatively, handsome, can of course build a following and whatever. So, and he says the truth about the homosexual agenda and all that type of shit. So people are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I'm sick of that shit. I don't follow this guy, but this guy is leading you right off the cliff." He says being a realtor, which is guaranteed to make you money, is stupid because you have to set appointments. Like, yeah, you have to put in work to make money. Yeah, that's the most asinine thing. Follow him. It was some AI crypto scam bullshit. Is going to just be, leave you destitute.
You don't need coding experience. He'll teach you everything. The fact of the matter is, high IQ isn't something you announce. It's something demonstrated through consistency, logic, and precision. Claiming
Yeah, he's a sharp dresser. He's college educated. He's gonna, and that's what they want. That's what white supremacists will be like. Oh, this guy, he's a coon, and he's selling it down the river. It's like, yeah, he's gonna sell out for the tool. What even Eli's Bill calls the tool.
accounting is dead because of India does not demonstrate high intelligence. It demonstrates poor reasoning.
And my definition of poor in the developed world is you're going to be on the par with the masses. So there's going to be whatever the masses are, which is going to be poor, not like homeless, but poor. And then there's going to be the people who are very wealthy, and there's going to be a huge gap and drop off between the two.
So here he wants to describe and explain what poor is in the developed world. According to him, the masses are poor. The wealthy are separate, and there is no middle class. This is baffling. This is the same guy who claims that he taught social studies and humanities in public school. And honestly, I'm thankful he's no longer teaching. Because how do you teach society, history, and economics, then casually erase...
Well, he'd be run up when it's found out that he's against the Skittle movement, but which is taking a natural occurrence like a rainbow and using it to promote something unnatural. Don't give a shit what white supremacists, literate white supremacists like Bill say. Totally unnatural what they're promoting, the homosexual movement. But at the same time, he says the truth in that regard, but he's going to lead you astray in terms of scamming you, making a false cult. He appeals to everyone. I say a big point. I think the big three religions are bullshit. I think God is within. I think that everyone. I think if you're not from America, get from America, get the hell out. Turn enough tricks to these stank ass Africans and these stank ass Caribbeans. Turn enough tricks, get enough money, go back home. Get the hell out if you're not from here. But these white folks, these white supremacists know this, that leads to infighting, leads to them doing shit, undermining black progress. Just like our bottom 20% of Negroes undermine black progress. Another 20% are Uncle Toms, and then other are blue collar, white collar, good black men, but just lack knowledge. Most of them lack knowledge or are so taught up in the church and bullshit. If we need to get unplugged from the matrix and go, and I'm really against the matrix. Like, you got guys like Andrew Tate, total matrix, total American or Western and UK intelligence plant. And he's talking about he's against the matrix, and he's a total plant. Says some good things just to get you hooked in.
The middle class. Teachers, nurses, engineers, tradespeople, small business owners. They're not poor, but they're not wealthy. They are middle class. Removing them from the model doesn't make you insightful. It makes you disconnected from reality. and I'm genuinely bewildered at who is following
I salute the underground rap legend Hurricane.
this logic.
Believe that. Shout out to Kinchley supporting the work. Came in via the Stripe link, which is in the description. A couple folks got the course. I'm not even going to acknowledge all of them because we don't have time like that today. I want to just bless you guys with a couple things that I really want you to know.
Now,
What type of course? Like, if you go get a real estate license, you're licensed to generate your own income. But if you go get Marquette's course, what does that guarantee you to make? I mean, you're not guaranteed to make money with a licensed real estate license, but you are more likely, if you put in the work, you're going to make legitimate money. The Marquette's course, he's going to teach you some NFT bullshit, scam bullshit, some digital ethereal bullshit that's no tangible value. At least real estate has tangible value. Now we have a fiat currency system, and you go all of that about how it's detached from anything anyway. We'd be better off, Zeitgeist. I'm a big fan of the first Zeitgeist film about how the money is all corrupt and evil now. But it's like, you have nothing with Marquette's bullshit. He's gonna teach. He's just trying to get your money, and then he's gonna pack it up and then hit the road. Fly by night. But if you go into real estate, Marquette said he don't be a real estate agent because you have to set appointments and pound pavement and make the wealth. I mean, you couldn't be more of a clown to say that type of shit. Damn, he's on almost a clown level as Bill Greyhouse, the illiterate redneck homo freak.
It was a quite funny moment where he pauses to recognize the donation, then hesitates because he doesn't know which platform it came from. Then he says, a lot of people are donating, but I won't shout them out. Now, anyone familiar with his streams knows that he shouts out his donors, especially the so-called big ballers. So why stop now?
Yeah, so his tricks, he's got a kind of a feminine personality, kind of like Asa Holloman. He just travels a little less than Asa Holloman, and they act like bitches trying to be pretty to other men. It's just weird. He always speaks against the rainbows, but then he's always trying to look pretty for other men. It's just weird. It's just like you try to look fruity and pretty, and a lot of these guys they're these fake pimps because they're just like Copycat Williams. Really, you're a fake pimp because a true pimp be indicted, and you were never even a pimp back in the day when it was hard to get indicted. Like, I believe Iceberg Slim and Pimpy Ken, they probably were actual pimps, but a lot of these other clowns, they weren't really pimps. And even Iceberg Slim, he was a simp in the day. He married some fat, ugly white woman, got out of pimping. He wasn't no true cold-blooded pimp. True cold-blooded pimp is going to be like, I'm about my money. I ain't marrying no hoe. I'm going to keep it a buck. And I'm going to just, it's time to pack up the pimping, go home.
This is because
just down now. Anybody can do it. Now, if you just a rich white man got Bunny Ranch out there, and he ain't a true pimp. He's just a guy running a brothel.
No one is actually donating. He's just performing, and this is an attempt to imply massive support and avoid verification, and also to move on quickly.
Yeah, I mean, he can't help that, but look at him. He's right feminine. Feminization of black men.
I'm going to go through some of my notes. Okay. So music will continue, but all of the artists that you like will use AI to create music. There will be no new celebrities, no new famous people coming out.
This claim collapses instantly. Every major technological shift creates new celebrities. That includes radio, TV, YouTube, TikTok. All of these platforms create new celebrities every day. Hollywood and the music industry put billions of dollars behind actors, musicians, singers, dancers. This is all to create new celebrities. So how in the hell can this so-called high IQ tech mogul that cried about YouTube demonetization sit on his little rinky-dinky stream and claim there will be no more new celebrities?
Now, here's some companies that are dead. Wix, they're dead. What does Wix do? They create crappy websites. They have easy to make crappy websites. They're done. WordPress is done.
Marquette Devon Burton now claims that WordPress and Wix are dead companies. The reality is WordPress powers over 40% of the internet, and Wix is a multi-billion-dollar company. These platforms are not dead, they're mature. Calling them dead is ignorant, not analysis.
There's a company called Cozy Cow. It can be used for scheduling. There's something called, now, here's the funny thing. I already rebuilt it. Marquette, what? Yeah, nigga, I rebuilt it. I already rebuilt it. Yeah, I rebuilt it myself. I'm debugging it right now.
Yep, you heard him right. He rebuilt Cozy Cow in a day and a half. Obviously, this is implausible. Anyone who's worked in tech knows architecture, integration, deployment, QA. This does not happen fast. So, just by him saying that he built Cozy Cow in a day and a half, this should be enough for people not to buy his AI course. This man needs help. He has lost his mind.
But now that AI development has become so efficient, yeah, I rebuilt it, nigga. I rebuilt their whole company, their whole product. I rebuilt it. Yeah, it just took me about like a day and a half. But now that AI development has become so efficient, yeah, I rebuilt it, nigga. I rebuilt their whole company, their whole product. I rebuilt it. Yeah, it just took me about like a day and a half.
He rebuilt it. He rebuilt it, nigga. He rebuilt the whole company. He rebuilt the whole product in a day and a half. That's all it took. Yo, who's believing this shit, man?
He rebuilt it.
I rebuilt it, nigga. Yo, this shit ridiculous, man. I rebuilt it, nigga. Took a day and a half. That's all. Yeah, I'm done. I'm out.
Do you have a missus? Do you have a girl?
That's irrelevant to the question.
No, like I just want
I'm
to know
asking
context.
you. I'm asking you.
I want to get to know you.
That's irrelevant.
Okay.
We're having an objective discussion. Women that are sex workers.
Do you have
struggle.
a wife? Do you have a girlfriend? That's what I thought.
What does that have to do with anything?
Exactly. Like it just means like you can't even get it yourself. So like you are telling me I can't. Like what's that? I don't get that.
I want to know your argument first because that is like crazy, bro. Don't you have like a girlfriend or like a wife or something? Like somebody you
All right, bro. We
appreciate?
went over this many times. Somebody else, because I don't want to.
You're really gonna
rehash
do
the
that,
same
bro?
argument again? Yeah. Somebody else.
What if I told you the man who claimed to have unlocked the secrets of masculinity couldn't even keep his very first?
You can tell my fake name, real name, Maru, some shit. Afro Arab, and you go back home.
Nah, we can't give anybody.
Has a crush on Andrew Tate. He flew across the world to Romania to hand deliver a box of chocolates.
When I heard about that shit, I saw a document exposing Quit. He went to the damn Eastern Bloc to give a man chocolates. Are you kidding me?
Think about that for a second. Grown man, self-proclaimed leader, alpha, intellectual, and masculine icon, buying a box of candy and traveling internationally like a fanboy to give it to another man he does not know, and doing it uninvited. Then later, he openly admits he doesn't recommend anyone else doing what he did. So he knows it was wrong. He knows it was desperate. He knows it was embarrassing. What exactly was he expecting? Andrew Tate to open the door and say, "Hey, come inside, brother. Let's bond over chocolate"? What would they have talked about? What serious man invites a random stranger into his home just because he showed up uninvited with candy? This wasn't leadership, it was idol worship. It made him look like a follower, a clout chaser, and it permanently damaged his brand.
Oh my god.
Personally, love Valentine's Day. We often have ideas that we can't explain. They came out of nowhere. I saw earlier today on Instagram on a reel, a gentleman was interviewing two individuals at a university, an institution of higher learning. And he said, "Do you like Andrew Tate?" And they both said, "No, we hate the guy, happy that he's in prison." He says, "Oh, well, why is that?" They said, "Because of misogyny." He said, "Okay, well, what does that word mean?" Neither of them had the foggiest idea of what the word meant.
I now have distilled the philosophy to 3 sentences. This is the shortest Bible, the shortest Quran you will ever find. 3 sentences. So number one, be yourself. Number two, be good to yourself. Number three, be good to good people. 3 sentence Bible, 3 sentence Quran, 3 sentence Torah. I say number one, be yourself. Sentence number two, be good to yourself, meaning do the things that nourish you. Sentence number three, be good to good people, which is to say when people show you love, show them love back. You dig?
Marquette Devon Burton always talks about his 3 sentence Bible. You know, be yourself, be good to yourself, and be good to good people. It sounds good, it sounds wise, but the problem is he doesn't follow any of them. The first statement, be yourself, but he's never actually himself. He switches personalities like outfits. On Monday, he's a hustler. Tuesday, intellectual. Wednesday, tech CEO. On Thursday, he's a pimp. Friday, professor. Saturday, self help guru. And by Sunday, YouTube philosopher. He has more identities than a comic book character. Then the following statement, be good to yourself, but he's never good to himself. He attracts drama like a magnet. He starts and then perpetuates beef with different individuals. We all remember his beef with Tommy Sotomayor, Aaron the Plumber, DJ Academics, Umar Johnson, O'Shea Duke Jackson, Kevin Samuels, and the list goes on. A man who is good to himself avoids chaos, but the saint and the sinner goes out of his way to create it. And then the final statement, be good to good people, but he's never good to good people. He mocks his subscribers, he insults strangers, he disrespects women he doesn't know, he talks down to the very people who support him. He violates every rule of his own Bible.
It's the one and only, the big homie, Pimp Bayless, Bax Kellerman, Stephen A. Pimp, your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber, Marquette Devon Burton, the saint and the sinner, giving you lessons from a pimp. Now, so acknowledge Mario comes in supporting the work by Venmo. Goddamn, people damn near didn't support the work. That's insane. You have 2,000 people watching, 2,000, and only 6 people support the work. It's like, this is the world we're in. What can you do?
You see, after demonetization, Marquette Devon Burton has lost his swagger. He has lost his bravado. The Saint and the Sinner once opened up his live streams calling himself Stephen 8 Pimp, the idol of James Bond, Fax Kellerman, your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. The bravado was endless, but after demonetization, he gets 2,000 viewers in a live stream and only 6 donations. That's not support. That's not loyalty. That's not influence. That's an audience watching ironically, not respectfully. People are tired of the contradictions, the manipulation, the fake millionaire persona, the endless courses, the land sales, the overseas plantation dreams, the mysterious facilities still not built, the constant money grabs. He stood once on a pedestal, now he stands alone.
The Saint and the Sinner, he got paid $2,000 or either $1,500 or $2,000. I forget what I paid him. I paid this guy between $1,500 to $2,000 to do an interview on his page. He's not liking that I got the best of him in the interview, so he sneak dissing me, on his little platform. Oh yeah, that guy is this, that guy is that. So I said, no, bitch, we're not going for that. So I respond. So he takes the video down. He takes the video down from his YouTube. So I say, okay, if you take the video down, just refund the money and I'll just go on about my business. Dead silent. So he wanted to take the money, take the video down. Luckily, I had a copy of the video and I put it back up on my YouTube. He tries to get me hit with a copyright strike and tries to take my YouTube page down.
The Millionaire Bachelor incident is one of the most embarrassing parts of his history. The YouTuber Millionaire Bachelor paid him over $1,000 for an interview. Not donated, paid. They filmed the interview. The Millionaire Bachelor outperformed him, challenged him, and pressed him about fresh and fit. But instead of standing on conviction, he danced around every question. Days later, he deleted the interview completely. The Millionaire Bachelor politely asked for a refund, but Mr. Marquette Devon Burton refused. Why would a millionaire CEO refuse to return $1,000? A real businessman refunds instantly. A real leader keeps his word. A real millionaire doesn't care about pocket change. But the Saint and the Sinner kept the money and exposed his character. If he'll steal from another creator in public, imagine what he'll do in private.
Should we make America straight again?
Straight? No.
No.
Not straight.
How did you get here? On Earth. On Earth. How'd you get here on Earth?
I don't know if you're talking about straight or gay.
Like, meaning, should we make sure we don't promote alternative lifestyles to the children?
Yeah, of course not. It's pathetic. But this crazy white supremacist bitch gonna say that homosexuality is cool, right?
I feel like everybody can do their own thing.
I agree with you there, but things like drag queen story time, do you think may be detrimental?
No.
Really? Why do you think drag queen story time exists?
I don't know. It's just something people like.
Being that they're picking drag queens, do you think perhaps they're trying to promote something?
I don't think so.
Really? I don't think you're being honest with me.
No, I really don't think there's anything wrong with it.
So after demonetization, Mr. Marquette Devon Burton thought he had a bright idea. He would go outside and debate people with a red hat that says, "Make America straight again." You know, trying to be like that political figure that passed away. The only problem is he has no permit to be where he's at,
People will figure to fake this shit.
and he's standing around for 4 hours.
On details when we should be looking at the over.
Well, these things are being filmed at 120p. One would expect these glitches to appear, which is why these things were filmed at such low quality. Note that
rhetorical question, it's a credit question. Why was there no camera footage from just more regular? Most people have iPhones and Androids at HD cameras. Why don't they have any footage?
this is a college, and kids are equipped with the latest iPhones and Androids. In
That's my
fact,
point. People are so dumb. How are you going to believe this?
when Kirk arrived at the campus, there was a noticeable presence of cell phones among the crowd gathered near the tent.
An actor going to the stage, just like a play.
Were those kids specifically removed from that section when the debate began? How is it possible that no one recorded the shooting at a higher quality? So this low quality should be your clue that this is staged.
It looks fake as hell when you look it up on BitChute, other places. It looks fake as hell.
Asking strangers, should we make America straight again? This question is ignorant because there is no historical record showing America was ever straight in the first place. Human sexuality has had diversity since the beginning of civilization, not just today. So the question isn't deep, it's disingenuous. When people ask him what does he mean, he switches the argument and says, well, sex shouldn't be taught to kids, and California has a drag queen story time. Drag queen story time is not sex education. It's simply a performer reading a book, the same way firefighters, clowns, mascots, and librarians do. It's inclusion marketing, not sexual indoctrination.
This guy is disingenuous right here. This guy, despite all the saints' crimes, he is totally right about. A drag queen should not be invited to no public school with stolen tax dollars from the people to read a book about being a transvestite. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. It's like how they're trying to remove the word homosexual from the culture, replace it with gay because it's more palpable. Lesbian, gay. What's a lesbian? What does that mean? What does gay mean? What does that mean? Like Mr. Phillips said, it's homosexual. There is no. That's the bullshit term they made up to make it more easy to swallow. But they want kids to swallow it, all right. The guy's a clown.
Hey guys, welcome back to Lily Tactical Channel. 皆さんこんにちは、リリアンナです。本日は皆さんがお待ちかねの Strike Industry の写真の方をご紹介していきたいと思います。I bet you guys were waiting for this. It's the SMC for P90. I'm going to be calling it S90 for now. This is the chassis. Oh my gosh, it looks so cool. Well, this is a really famous gun. 本当に非常に有名な銃ですし、皆さん知ってると思うんですけど、一応知らない方のためにもちょっとご紹介させていただきます。The original one is going to be P90. The P90 はですね、非常にもう見ての通り、超コンパクトで、ブルパップ式のブルパップ構造っていうものになってまして、全長がこれすごい短く、CQB や車内での取り回しがすごく効くものになってます。It's very compact, lightweight, and very, very easy to handle, as you can see.
Bitch, go home. Making some shit in half manner and some shit. What the hell shit is that? I don't come to your country and speak English.
As with Trump's fake
in his viral song, The Cup.
I can't put down the cup. Can't put down the cup. Can't put down the cup. I can't put down the cup. That's just a
Listen to his hairline. Damn.
Like Juice WRLD, Dave Blunt's rapped about addiction, drug use, all that. But he also had some out-of-pocket, crazy as hell bars.
That's when I start smoking and picking up bad habits. And I love all my but I promise I'm not a hey.
Dave's lyrics were obviously divisive. Some fans compared his music to classic, shock value driven comedies like Superbad and Project X. Others felt that Dave was just saying offensive shit just to get attention, especially since he would repeat himself a lot.
And I walk around with a bundle of sticks, so I guess you could say I'm a
You get the gist. Some thought that Dave Blunt was a microwavable meme rapper, while others felt that he was a perfect successor to Juice WRLD's legacy.
And I said, there's no way I'm missing this. Is there any way that I can do the show? And they said, well, if you take oxygen with you, we can okay you to leave the hospital.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right.
And what's crazy is that the moment that made people pay attention to Dave Blunt also made them fear for his life. In December of 2024, Dave was invited to perform at Chicago's 4th annual Juice WRLD Day, which was founded to pay respect towards Juice WRLD's legacy. But Dave's appearance at the festival sparked a massive wave of controversy. In order for Dave to perform, a couch had to be brought on stage at Chicago's United Center. And Dave didn't just spend the majority of his set sitting on the sofa. He was also hooked up to an oxygen tank and could clearly be seen gasping for air. The image of a 500-pound rapper struggling to breathe and move on stage set off a firestorm. Critics weighing in that Dave was, quote, putting his life in danger before our very eyes. Blunt is 23.
All right, let me get off. Peace.